What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we have a super exciting video and it's actually a makeup video this time around. Today I purchased the new Twilight Saga X SheGlam collection and I'm super excited because the weather is turning. It is starting to feel like I can't sing, but you know the meme. The weather is starting to feel very Twilight here in the UK right now, so I feel like this collection came at the perfect time. So when I saw this collab on Instagram between SheGlam and Twilight, I just knew I had to get it for a video. So I ended up getting the full collection set, which cost me £47.49, and I have it right here, so I'm super excited. If you guys want to see what this collection is about and how it performs on my face, then without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, this is how it has arrived. Let's crack it open. Ooh, the protection is on point. I mean, with this much styrofoam, I'm confident that this is gonna be, you know, in one piece and nothing's gonna be broken. Fingers crossed. Hang on a minute, this is tiny. How do all the products fit in this? Look how thin that is. That's crazy. The packaging though, oh wow. I really love the packaging. It's actually like three-dimensional. So the trim around, which is like the frame of the box, is actually 3D. That is so cool. So on the box, it says, the Twilight Saga, Isabella Marie Swan and Edward Anthony Mason Cullen, together with their families, request the honor of your presence at the celebration of their marriage. What? I didn't even like read the box when I bought this, but it's kind of like a wedding invite to their wedding. That's so cool. So there's a list of all the different products in here. We've got a palette, we've got a liquid blush, we have a highlighter, a setting spray, a perfume, which I'm so excited for. We then have a lip tint, a lip oil, and a filter card. I don't know what that is, but I guess we'll see. Also, all the ingredients to every single product is on the back, which is great. Okay, let's crack it open. Whoa. This is so cool. Are you kidding? Hang on a minute. First of all, there's a little letter in here. This is awesome. Look at the picture behind of Bella and Edward. I'm so excited. So I guess this is the Vampire Vision filter card. I have no idea what this is. This is really hard to open. They sealed this good. What is this? No way. It's a blue like filter for the camera. So when you do that, it's gonna be all like, you know, Twilight-esque. Let me take the film off so you guys can like properly see through it. This is gonna be so cool if this works. So it's got a protective layer over both of the sides. This is the actual filter. Let's see if it works. Okay, it makes it very, very blue, but it's kind of giving the vibe. I would say though that Twilight has like a bluey greeny kind of tint, so this is almost a little bit too blue, but maybe it'd be cool for like photos, I guess. We then have the actual makeup, which is all in here. This is so freaking cool. Everything just looks on point, you guys. Like, look. So you actually get all the different lip tints in here. You get the perfume, you get a lip oil, a little necklace. What is this? Let's get this little heart out. What is this? Is it a little locket? Oh, this is so cute. It's a little locket with Edward and Bella inside. And then this is kind of like a lip balm, I think. Yeah, I think this is just a lip balm. Quite moisturizing. Doesn't really have a scent to it. But yeah, it's quite a nice little... I don't know if I would wear this, but it's cool. We then have the highlighter, which is obviously like a super shimmery kind of vampire dazzle kind of vibe. I have seen other companies try to do this kind of thing, but it never looks quite right. So I guess we'll see how this one is. Then we also have this, which is a blusher, I believe. Yeah, it's a liquid blush. The packaging, I mean, it's pretty generic, but being red, it definitely has that Twilight kind of vibe to it. And then the eyeshadow palette is this. I mean, it's pretty like generic in terms of packaging, but it is cool. I feel like the color story is very Twilight. It's pretty, you know, on theme with the movie. I'm super excited to see how the perfume smells because packaging wise, this looks the most interesting to me. It's like a little heart shape. It has a little heart cut out at the bottom, but then the actual liquid inside it is basically like blood. I feel like this is pretty innovative and it's probably the most on theme kind of product project that they've done because this just looks so cool. Okay, so that's the little overview of all the products in this collection. £47 and a few pennies is not bad for this amount of product. Granted that they are actually good. So I guess let's just jump straight into using them on my face. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be reaching for the blusher, I think. Like I said, the packaging is pretty generic. I'm pretty sure a lot of the packaging looks like this from the SheGlam brand, but you know, it's still red, it still looks cool, so it's definitely on theme. It's obviously got the Twilight logo on it, so I feel like they have done a pretty good job. Now, the shade that this is called Forbidden Love Liquid Blush. It's kind of like a reddy, orangey kind of shade, so let's just see. Oh wow, that's a lot darker than I thought. It's kind of like a berry browny kind of shade. I have no idea how this will look on my skin, but I guess we'll see. I have to say, I really appreciate the doe foot applicator. This is just such a nice, like, thick applicator, so I feel like this is gonna be pretty good. Although, when the blush obviously runs out, you are gonna have to sort of store it upside down because there's literally no way that the doe foot will ever reach the bottom of this packaging. Just a little design flaw I've noticed, but it's not the end of the world. Let's just go straight in with this blusher. I'm kind of scared because it is really dark, so I'm just gonna do like a little dot. I think I'm just gonna use my finger to pat it away. Oh my gosh, this is super pigmented. Have I made a mistake? Ah! Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to work super hard at blending this in now because Christ, this is pigmented. Oh my goodness. It's very pigmented. And it's also a little bit hard to blend. I feel like it's kind of like taken off my foundation with it as I'm blending it in, which is not ideal. I mean, once it's blended out, it is beautiful. Like, the actual shade is very nice. But look at that, it looks kind of patchy to me. Is that just me? I feel like you can kind of see like my pores here where my foundation has been taken off, and then this is just like sat inside my pore. That is very weird. It's giving slightly patchy. I don't know that I love it, but it's a beautiful shade, so that's all I'm gonna say. This is definitely not like a very dewy blusher. It applied on quite matte, so yeah, that's just something to consider. Okay, so that's the blusher. Now we're gonna go in with the highlighter. This is how the highlighter is looking. It's got the Twilight logo on the back, and it's got like a pipette kind of applicator. I think I'm gonna swatch this on my hand first so you guys can really see what this is like. So I'm just gonna drop a little bit of that onto my hand. Is this gonna look like Edward's Sparkle? That is what I wanna know. It's very liquidy. Wait, I don't really understand. What is this? I mean, it's very like shiny, but it's almost like a, I don't know, I'm so confused. This is definitely a highlighter, right? Yeah, this is the Vampire Skin Highlighter Drops. Okay, so yeah, it kind of looks wet. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't remember Edward's skin looking like this. It looked more sparkly, but not wet. So, I don't know. Let's get the torch out. Perhaps all the shimmer sparkles are gonna be more visible with a torch. Are we seeing anything? Hello, where's the sparkle? I mean, little bit, I guess, but it's more wet than anything. I kind of envisioned using this more as a highlighter than an actual like full-on all over the face type of product. I mean, it's cool, it's definitely on theme, but I don't think most of us will want to walk around with, you know, our face looking like Edward's Sparkle scene. So I am just gonna try and apply it like a highlighter. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and dab it sort of to the tops of my cheek. I think it's just gonna make me look really sweaty. I also feel like this is gonna make my makeup separate even more under here, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna apply a little bit to my nose as well, just to get that sparkle going. Okay, that's as sparkly as we're gonna get. And honestly, I don't know about this. I don't know if this looks any good. I feel like I just look sweaty or wet. The only thing I will say about this highlighter is the fact that it's not like a sticky consistency, which is amazing, because if this was like a lip gloss, I would just literally chuck it in the bin because I don't want stickiness on my face. But like, yeah, this would be literally not usable if this was sticky. So that's at least one thing it's going for it, is that it's watery and not sticky. I still don't know if I love it. let me know what you guys think. Do you think this looks good, or do you think it just looks like I'm sweaty? Okay, I feel like it's now time for the eyes, so I'm gonna be taking the palette. I have no idea what kind of makeup look to go for. What sort of eyeshadows do you guys think you would use from this collection? Because they are all pretty bold and out there. I do really like that some of the eyeshadows are embossed. I think that's a nice touch. There's like a werewolf here. There's one that says vampires on it, the light blue one. I think I'm just gonna have to go for like a bluey kind of look, I guess, which is gonna be interesting because I do not wear blue eyeshadow like ever, because obviously I have blue eyes, so it might be a little bit too much, but you know, we're just gonna try it out. Okay, so starting out with this grayish kind of taupe shade, I'm gonna load that up on my brush, and I'm gonna use this as like a transition kind of color. Just gonna literally buff that into my crease. It's been a little while since I've done like a super cool toned makeup look, so this is gonna be interesting. As I'm doing this, let me know in the comments which Twilight movie is your favorite. I feel like the first one has got to be mine, just because I still remember the way it made me feel. I must have been like 12 years old, and I remember going into school the next day after seeing it in the cinema and literally just wishing so bad that I was Bella. I remember I had seen it with a couple of my friends, and I just remember us all pretending we were vampires in school, like so totally main character energy. Even back then, we were completely delulu, but those were the days. I just remember how freaking awesome that movie was. Let me know if you guys were the same. Like, did you watch Twilight super young for the first time? What was your impression of it? Were you completely hooked and wanted to be a vampire as well? Join the club. Okay, so that is my little like base layer. And then I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this shade here, which has a little werewolf in it. I'm gonna take that on a small like packing brush, and I'm gonna run it along like my lower lash line just a little bit. And then we're gonna kind of tie it in with the outer corner as well. I'm literally just gonna pack it right on there. This is kind of like a turquoisey sort of color. I really like it actually. As you can see, it is super pigmented, and even though it's quite a dark shade, it hasn't got much fallout at all. So yeah, it's working pretty good. So far, the eyeshadows are not like chalky or anything, so I'm impressed with the quality. I'm sort of like focusing this eyeshadow, fanning it out on the outside of my eyes, and then almost kind of creating like a winged liner with it as well, just to blend the lashes in. I'm just gonna buff that eyeshadow out, trying to diffuse it as much as possible. The next shade we're gonna be taking is, of course, this shade here. I'm gonna try and apply it on a packing brush first, just to see how it does. But if it's not very good with the brush, I will obviously go in with my finger. But this is how it's looking. Ooh, this shade is really pretty. I have a feeling it's gonna be a lot more pigmented with my finger, but it's kind of giving like a sheer sort of glitter effect with the brush. I'm gonna try it with my finger on the other eye just to see the difference. It is super pigmented. Just gonna go in straight over the lid. Oh yeah, okay. With the finger, it's definitely much more pigmented. Wow, that is beautiful. Look at that sparkle. I'm super in love with this shade. Okay, SheGlam, I see you. Okay, so far, really liking this. I don't know if it's giving Twilight though, but it's definitely giving like Effie from Skins kind of vibes. Right, now I think I want to go in with this eyeshadow here just to kind of add like a spotlight effect in the center and make it even more sparkly. So I'm once again going to take my finger and just literally apply this spotlight sort of right in the center of where my pupil is. Ooh, okay, this is layering up really nice. So pretty, this eyeshadow. I really like it, and it's actually got like minimal fallout. It's super sparkly, but it seems to be like all contained and stuck together. There are a few little like bits and bobs that have fallen down, but it's nothing major, so I'm still pretty impressed. I'm then taking that same white sparkly shadow, and I'm just gonna apply this right in my inner corners as well. This is so pretty, this eyeshadow. I literally just want to put this eyeshadow all over my eye. I feel like this eyeshadow is what the highlighter should have been. Like, that is so nice. I'm just gonna go back in with that dark green kind of eyeshadow just to to deepen up the outer corner. This is turning out to be a really pretty look. I actually really like this forest green mixed with the blue. And this look is definitely so far from what I would normally do. So this collection is definitely getting me to be a little bit more creative with my makeup. Okay, I'm now gonna go in with the matte black eyeshadow, and I have to say, this matte black looks pretty opaque. I mean, whoa, that black is not playing. There's a little bit of shimmer in it because I literally just had shimmer on my finger, but it's completely matte. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use that on a really thin angled brush like this, and I'm just going to use it as like a sort of eyeliner, really fanned out smoky kind of vibe. Hopefully there is no fallout with this one, so let's just try and like stamp it right there. Ooh, okay. That's giving. I'm literally just like patting it on, trying not to get any fallout. That's worked pretty well. That is so opaque for a black eyeshadow. I am thoroughly impressed with this. I'm also gonna take a little bit of that black eyeshadow and kind of connect my lower lash line to that blue eyeshadow we applied there. Okay, and now the very last thing that I want to do is I want to just try this red eyeshadow. I don't know if it's going to work with this look, but I just want to add it as like a pop of color somewhere. Do I add it as like a lower lash line? That might make me look like I've got pink eye though. Do you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just be experimental. I'm going to take it on this little flat brush, and it looks really cool. I'm going to try and apply it just to my lower lash line like this. Give it a little bit of a rusty sort of effect. What are we thinking? I mean, it's definitely giving vampire, that's for sure. So maybe this is a good move. Let's try it. I really like how like rusty and red this eyeshadow is. Super nice. Okay, I feel like that's kind of enhanced the look. It's kind of brought it from a little bit bland to a bit more Twilight. Okay, I'm now just gonna finish off the look with a little bit of mascara. I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow look, completely finished. I really like this actually. It definitely looks very different to what I'm normally used to, but I think the eyeshadow palette performed beautifully, so I have no complaints there. All right, it is now time for the lips. Now for the lips, we have a choice of 3 different shades. This is what the lip tints look like. I absolutely love the packaging. They look so freaking cool. So as you can see, it goes from like a light red to the darkest red possible. I'm just gonna swatch these for you guys really quick so you can see. So these are the shades from lightest to darkest. As it gets darker, it sort of ends up looking a lot warmer. So this one's a bit more pinky, this one's like a neutral, and then this one is almost like a brownie red. They do look pretty pigmented as well, and they look like they'll be pretty moisturizing, so I'm looking forward to trying them. I think for today's look, to try and keep it not too dark, I'm gonna end up taking the mid shade and also the lightest shade. I'm then just gonna overline my lips with a sort of like dark brown kind of lip liner, just to give my lips a bit more of a defined edge. So first I'm gonna start out with the darker lip tint. This is in the shade Bitten. I'm just gonna apply it sort of like to the circumference of my lips. And then in the center, I'm just gonna be using the slightly lighter one called Heartbeat. And we're just gonna pop that right in the center of the lip. This one, as you can see, is a lot more pinky. All right, so that is the makeup look completely finished. I do feel like I look very glowy, but also a little bit sweaty. I don't know if I love the highlighter, in all honesty, but to really seal the deal and finish off this Twilight makeup look, I'm of course gonna be using the perfume as well. I'm so excited to see how this will smell. I literally have no guesses whatsoever. Okay, I just realized I'm a complete idiot. So this is not the perfume. I have no idea what made me think this was. This is in fact a setting spray. So then I was like, okay, so where's the perfume? It is this. I literally applied this to my lips at the start of the video. What am I like? I genuinely just thought this was a lip balm. This is why you should read every single back of every product. I mean, for like a split second, I did think maybe this is like a solid perfume, but I don't know. My mind just went straight to, okay, this has to be a lip balm. To be honest, it does have like a very mild scent, but I wouldn't say it's like a perfume. Like, this is not a perfume, surely. I mean, yeah, it kind of is giving perfume. It sort of smells like a pine tree a little bit, which is definitely on theme with forks. So yeah, I'm just a bit of an idiot. That is a perfume. This is a setting spray. I literally held this up like this and I, for some reason, didn't read the back and it quite clearly says Forever Setting Spray. So I guess let's just finish off the look with the setting spray. I'm gonna give it a good shake. I hope it's not gonna end up red on my face, but you know, we'll see. Okay, here we go. Doesn't smell of anything, but it is pretty cool. Like, that is the coolest setting spray I think I've ever owned / tried, just purely based on the packaging. Hang on a dang minute, there was one more product to try out which I completely forgot about, and that is the lip oil. So the lip oil is so cool as well. It's kind of similar to the setting spray in the sense of it looks like blood. They use this like cool sort of two-phase type of thing where like the oil just floats and it just looks like a blood drop. That is freaking awesome. Okay, so let's try this lip oil out. It's just on a little rolling ball. Smells a little bit chemically. I don't love the smell. And it doesn't have a color to it whatsoever. It's completely clear. So I guess I could just apply this over my lips to give them a nice juicy kind of shine. It's definitely gonna make the like lip tint underneath look a little bit more blood-like. Okay, that is nice. It doesn't feel sticky, so that's the main thing. So that is my finished Twilight X SheGlam makeup look. I honestly had so much fun trying out this whole collection. I love the packaging of the box. All the products are really cool, definitely on theme with the movie. I feel like as far as the color scheme, they have, you know, succeeded with it. I feel like all of these colors are on theme with Twilight. There is nothing more that I hate than a brand coming out with a collab like this and then just having neutral shades for every single product. Like, I get it. The consumer wants neutral shades, but not when it comes to a collection like this. So yeah, I feel like they definitely succeeded on that front. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this collection, of all the products and how they look on my face. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video because I had so much fun playing with makeup and hanging out with you guys. If you guys do want to see more videos like this and maybe more collections from SheGlam being tested out by me, then definitely let me know in the comments and give this video a huge thumbs up. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.